Windscale, the pride of Britain. Nestled in the picturesque Lake District, the state-of-the-art atom plant has transformed this rugged landscape into the envy of its northern neighbors. Scientific progress waits for no one, and
the public has nothing to fear.
The area will be reopened by Christmas at the latest.
The situation is more complex than was at first understood.
No military expeditions into the area have been lost. Where did you get such an idea?
Perhaps by next Christmas. Oh, no more reconnaissance flights. The interference field is bringing down aircraft like clay pigeons.
Let me be clear. Our experts are monitoring the situation, and I would urge everyone to remain calm. The situation in Cumberland is well in hand.
Is anybody there? I need help. Who are you? What are you doing in here? I thought this place was secure. Where's Dr. Powell? I think I'll be all right. For the moment, at least. It's more important that you listen to me. I don't know who you are, but I could trust you more than I can trust myself. Please listen. Listen, while my thoughts are still my own. You're trapped in the quarantine zone around the Windscale atom plant. That's where it all went wrong. The only way to Windscale is through the interchange. You need my key card, or you'll never get in. There are people, people who will help you escape, but they won't do it for free. I've lost so much blood. I can't think straight. There should be supplies nearby. Alcohol and rest. Stop the bleeding, please. Very well. I'm hardly in a position to negotiate. What matters most is that the truth gets out. Here's my key card. It will get you out of here and into the interchange. It doesn't matter what else happens. As long as the truth of this place gets out. Here are my notes. Everything I remember. It's not much, but it's all I can do. You better get out of here before my condition gets any worse. Just go! Go, damn you! The interchange holds the truth. You must not forget. It's important. What the devil are you still doing here? You have got to go. It's not safe. What the devil are you still doing here? You have got to go. It's not safe. Thank you. Delaying the inevitable, I'm afraid. But at least I can think more clearly now. If I can ever repay you for helping me, I will. But for your own safety, you should go. Leave me. Go now. Remember, if you manage to get out of here, the truth has got to get out with you. It's vital. Be on your guard out there. Everything is a threat.
Quarantine protocol is in effect. This door must remain sealed. Emergency access has been granted.
Come out! Tea's getting cold! Oh, come on! I just want us to be friends! That off with you, or you'll regret it. I don't bloody well. There you are. I'm not joking. Oh!
Oberon must die. Oberon must die.
Hey up, stranger. Not seen you around this stretch before. How do? Where did you come from then? Say, you do look a little the worse for wear. You've got luck on your side not getting snatched out by something foul while you were dozing. Listen, if you don't mind my saying, you don't look much like a local. You didn't walk in from, well, from the outside. You what? Boffins all died when their atom plant went up in flames. Not seen any of them for 5 years. Only outlaws and loons round here now. And you'll want to give them all a wide berth. You poor bugger. You can't remember now, can you? Now, don't take on so. I've got by, and I'm not special. Just be careful, and stay away from any who do you harm. Which is a long list around here, so keep your wits about you. My name's Nat, by the way. Forgive me being curious of strangers. This place been off for years. There've been strange happenings. You have to be careful who you trust. Not civilized round here anymore, just savages that roam about. And a few survivors, like myself. You what? Phones have been disconnected for years. Take a knock on the noggin, did you? I don't blame you for being confused. It messes about with you, this place. Things have been bad ever since the government built that plant across the water. Shady, secret stuff them scientists were up to. Whatever they were doing, they were right keen to bury it when it went wrong. Listen, I overheard them once, the blokes in noddy suits. The ones that appeared right after the disaster, talking about their quarantine, how they had to seal the place. Said something about an interchange, a secret project. But I should stop talking before I get carried away. Not personal. I can be a right chatterbox, that's all. It's what they chucked me out of the village for, the buggers. Aye? Well, whatever the boffins were up to in that interchange, what's it? I'm sure it wasn't good. This place is riddled with secret bunkers. Or so I've heard. Such things were kept hidden from the likes of us, of course. But look, if you want more, you'd be wise to ask Molly, the tinker. An ear for information has Molly. She's usually camped just north of here. Now, I'm not sure I should be saying out more to a stranger. I've wanted these deals for years now. surviving on naught I can find. Aye. In that time, I might have learnt a secret or two for myself, but what of it? All right. I'll tell you. You seem like a trustworthy sort anyhow. I've put me head into one or two of them secret bunkers, I'll admit. I couldn't tell you what the things were for, mind, but there's plenty of goodies inside them. There's one bunker I've yet to explore. Maybe you'll find the answers there. Just don't pick the place clean, eh? I can point it out on your map, if you like. Now I really should stop talking. Now personal, but you can't trust anyone too much these days, can you? So long. Watch yourself around here, aye?
Nice and easy now.
Steady now.
I hear you. Come out where I
Let's
can
not have
see
a Barney.
you.
Yeah. Come on, bit, you fine, pal. Get some bullets in here. That's right. Get. Proper fuckers you are. Die for what you've done.
You're for it now.
Watch out! I've got you now! No sudden moves. Don't be daft.
Now.
Nobody
No point
wants
hiding.
trouble.
Nobody's here.
That it? Have they buggered off?
There's no one here.
Swore I heard someone.
Look at him.
Let's just calm down, eh? No need for violence.
Let's take this nice steady now. Let's have no bloodshed. Douglas playing hide and seek with me.
Don't go asking for... Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble.
I'll have your...
Go down and see what's going on. Mind out! Bombs out! Shooting!
Did you get to there?
Well now, there's nobody here. Close one, mate.
You're not getting away from me.
Bastard!
Warning, the interchange is under quarantine. Please vacate the premises for your own safety. Warning, the interchange is under quarantine. Please vacate the premises for your own safety. Warning, the interchange is under quarantine. Please vacate the premises for your own safety. Warning, the interchange is under quarantine. Please vacate the premises for your own safety. Access denied. Unauthorized personnel may not, under any circumstances, enter the... Access granted. The interchange. processor.
Steady now. Let's not have a party. I don't see him. Is it over? Don't go asking for trouble or you'll get it.
Hey, let's be happy.
You're fine. Keep going.
Leave him. Keep fighting. Coward! Bastard got another. I'm fine. Bloody right
Hands away from weapons.
Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble.
Let's just calm down, right? No need for bloodshed, is there? Some bugger trying to keep up with me.
Don't do anything stupid, you...
Bloody sneaky bastard, they've gone.
Just calm down. No need for upset.
Off back to where you came from. Get lost.
Don't you go asking for trouble.
don't do anything stupid, friend.
Let's take this nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble. You'll die here.
Go ask him.
Bloody right, man. You can't.
I'll go see what's what.
Come out! Reloading!
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the authority of the quarantine protocol. Acts of banditry and other breaches of the Penal Charter will be severely punished. In the name of Queen and country, follow protocol or face the consequences.
Well. Just look what the cat dragged in. Pay attention. This village is under military occupation per the quarantine protocol. You're new round here, eh? Which means you're free to enter. Just keep your nose clean, all right? What are you gawping at? Like I said, you're free to enter the village. Move on. A few. The ones who'd hung on until we turned up. Lucky for them that we did. It's good having civvies around. Reminds you what you're fighting for, eh? That'd be the captain. I reckon he'd be keen to see you right away. Last I heard, Captain Sims was down by the bandstand. Present yourself to him toot sweet, if you know what's good for you.
Well, should I shoot him, Sarge?
You should not.
We started off right by
Do they look like an
shooting
outlaw
some
to you?
troublemakers. Shame we can't do that.
No, Sarge.
Here we go then. Outlaws we shoot, strangers we let in. Captain's orders.
Citizens of Wyndham, pagan practices of any kind are strictly forbidden. Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death.
Not sure about you.
Look, for the 100th time, we're here to protect civilians and get this mess sorted out.
Oh, aye. Get a lot sorted out. Why kicking the elderly out of the rooms,
Those
do you?
bean counters in war.
You know what the captain said? We have to move anybody vulnerable inside the inner perimeter.
Vulnerable? The bloody cheek of you. Ah, at least the outlaws have the common decency to rob us blind and not tell us it's for our own bloody good.
Right, listen to me, you old knout. Orders is orders. You obey orders, or it's the jug for you.
You'd never took us in the prison. I'd die there. You'd never.
Watch me. You should be thanking us for protecting you. You know that?
Aye. I suppose so.
You suppose so? Let me hear you say it.
Thank you. Thank you for protecting us.
That's better. Now gather your tat and get out.
Don't be causing trouble, all right?
Keep the peace, Civvy.
Addressing civilian.
Let the seal
Stand back, citizens.
This whole of the village much longer.
Citizens of Wyndham, the woods are still off limits. If you need to approach the woods for foraging,
Beer at the pub tastes like sheep dip. Better than nothing, mind.
I said to him, "Where's my pal Johnny? What you doing?"
Why here, of all places? If they'd resolved to do something so awful, why in the church?
Some bugger, pardon my French, wanted to make a scene, sir.
And doom us all in the process. If the captain and his minions find out. Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed today. Please leave. Please, I beg of you. Just forget you saw anything here and go. Please. These are awful times. If news of this gets out, things will get worse, I assure you. Please, tell no one. I know how it seems, but I would not ask such a thing if it weren't for the good of the village. It's vital the military don't learn of this. We'll tidy up, but if the captain and his toy soldiers find out, things will become so much worse here. All I can concern myself with right now is keeping this quiet. I must decide what to do about this before any soldier wanders in. I would suggest you let all this lie too. The matter is best left to the village to handle. Maisie, a local girl. She must have got mixed up in something. The weapon that was used to, a peculiar choice. It puts me in mind of those debauched druids out in the woods. Well, we call them druids. I'm not sure what they call themselves. The disaster seems to have fostered the return of some distinctly atavistic, indeed thoroughgoing pagan sentiments around here. The following sprang up in Casterfell Woods shortly after, in the ruins of an old castle, and has since bloomed into a vicious cult. Certain death. That's what you'll be met with if you choose to enter the woods. I advise you to stay well away. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to work out. You'll do the right thing, I'm sure. I'll go with you. What in heaven's name shall we do with you, Maisie?
Do as you're told, right?
Citizens of Wyndham, the woods are still off limits. If you need to
that's over. It's like having another bloody war.
Citizens, it has come to my attention, again, that despite warnings, certain among you
A new customer. How'd you do?
Citizens of Wyndham, the woods are still off limits. If you need to approach the woods for foraging, request an escort at the village hall.
Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? There are saviours and protectors. Well, that's their story, any road. They came in when the government built them walls around the place. Don't think the plan was for them to get trapped in here, same as us, but here they are. Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Maurice Wick, owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer, if you fancy. Big explosion, that's what. I remember it woke the whole village. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there. The soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine, that there weren't no radioactivity to be frit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol, they called it. Temporary, my hat. Look at them walls. Nowt temporary about them, is there? We had no choice but to take it on the chin. So we did. Well, most of us did anyhow. In the months after the disaster, some people started to turn a bit odd. Nothing bad, just different, you know. Kept going on about the soil calling to them. People you'd known your whole life, proper sober folk, suddenly talking about a new purpose. Then one night, they all upped and marched off into woods. Soldiers have been properly down about any talk, since that might sound a bit, you know, pagan. I shouldn't be talking about it neither. How did... Well, been poking around in what's not your concern, eh? I don't have to explain myself to you. It's none of your bloody business. Much appreciated. Listen, a word to the wise, eh? I'm here today not because I've learned to get by with the soldiers, but in spite of them. The village needs to stick together. The protocol is a curse to be born, not somewhat to sympathize with. Hello again. Put that down! Hello again.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal. Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you. Trust us and help us to help you. Follow the protocol.
Beer at the pub tastes like sheep dip. Better than nothing, mind.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are, in essence, treasonous.
See that big metal bugger? I could have it. I could.
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
Stamping it out like it owns the place.
Aye, but the robbers are proper frit of them robots. They won't try the luck here while we've got that.
You what? Roberts are frit of them Roberts? And unholy robbers? You're not making any sense there, Michael.
You've had enough. Don't know what Alf's putting in his beer these days, but it's got a proper kick. Anyway, you stay away from them machine men, all right? They won't bother you if you don't bother them.
I could take it, mate. I could.
No, you couldn't, George. Stop being daft.
Avoid Slattendale until the area is once again declared safe.
Hey, I see you. Stay where you are. Let's be civilized about this. Hey,
Consult with the locals there. Who the hell else am I supposed to consult with?
Citizens of Wyndham.
Ah, it's you. You did? I see. Well, yes, it's true. She ran errands for me from time to time. I asked her to keep an eye on certain people. She has had quite a talent for it. But I had no reason to kill her. You must believe me. I have a certain arrangement of sorts with some of the villagers. In a world as terrible as this, with evil in the soil and a military boot on their necks, who can blame those who turn to the church for protection? I offer what I can, in return for a small donation to the church. But it is necessary for me to keep some eyes on them as well, in case they waver. There is a lot of temptation within the zone, and temptation too easily leads to corruption. I suppose so. If she had discovered something, perhaps she was following someone on the day she was killed. Her notes might enlighten you on that front. Farewell, and God bless you. I trust you will do what is right.
Run for it!
contaminated area has been reported in the Skethamore fields. Please stay away from there until it has been sterilized.
Watch yourself, civvy.
They'd better start showing me a bit of respect, or there'll be trouble.
Well, well, a new face. Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from? If you've wandered out there and survived, then you're doing better than most. But I'm sure there's more to you than that, eh? In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol. You are permitted to move freely through the village. For now, at least. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. I hope it'll be reciprocated. But don't go causing any trouble here. Is that clear? And if trouble finds you, make sure you report it. Post haste. Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some information. All in good time. First, you need to make yourself useful to me. I want to know where you came from. I want to know what you can tell me about the outside. Let me worry about what to do with it. Trust me, you will be much better off aiding protocol than crossing us. Be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving this blasted place. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress towards such an outcome. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given. So I ask again, did you come from the outside? What do you know? You misunderstand me. I desire a way out, not to dig deeper. And as for the interchange, that is a very dangerous word to be bandying about. I suggest you forget you've ever heard it. Whatever evil the scientists had hidden in there, it has wrought havoc on this place. So no one goes near the substation, understood? Anyone trespassing there will be shot. Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprison strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now. I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origins. In the meantime, be wary of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments some of the locals may try to foist on you. Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. Do I make myself clear? And if you still wish to have protocol's aid, you'll just have to make yourself useful to me in other ways. I'm glad to hear it. The civilians in this village are a shady lot. Resistant to discipline and up to no good, I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious of you. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a patrol in, of course, but a softer approach might prove more efficacious. The good Dr. Garrow? Not so good in my opinion. That woman is dangerous. Caught her up to her old nonsense again and incarcerated her smartly at our Skethermore camp. The prison is closely guarded, so don't even think about attempting to reach her without our permission. But that permission may be granted if you prove yourself loyal to us here in the village. Yes, what is it? There's been a what? Sergeant, take a squad to the church at once. And the culprit? Surely not the vicar. I see. What I do know is we can't be seen to respond lightly to such an incident. Perhaps this is a time to be safe rather than sorry. I'll have the vicar taken in for questioning. Now, do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was positively genteel in comparison to this wretched village. You can hardly call them English hereabouts anymore. Something in the land here is corrupting them all. You've done the right thing coming to me. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the bud before it spreads. It can be tricky to tell right from wrong out here, but you seem to have the right spirit. Your assistance is appreciated. I shan't forget it. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include giving you access to our camp at Skethermore. With us on the same side, if a chance for leaving this zone comes, I can promise you a good chance of seeing the outside. To be blunt, as a stranger, you're in a perfect position to help me with a delicate matter. We recently arrested a certain Dr. Garrow, one of the scientists from the research site. She contrived to escape the zone before the walls went up, but rather unexpectedly returned as part of a military convoy. More fool her. Dr. Garrow's dangerous, very clever, and egotistical enough to believe herself a magnitude cleverer yet. She's refused to tell us anything, and I refuse to stoop to Gestapo methods to force her. But a new face like yours, well, perhaps she'll talk to a stranger who plainly isn't beholden to the protocol. When Garrow arrived, she demonstrated an ability to meddle with the barred machinery we've commandeered. Specifically, she disabled our camp's automatic security system and began to poke around where she wasn't welcome. It was an hour before we found her, trying to get access to one of the old barred bunkers. Who knows what damage she might have caused had she found a way inside. She left us no choice but to take her into custody, isolated in solitary confinement, where she can't play her tricks. My man claims she muttered some incantation, and that caused the gun turrets to shut off. I don't believe in such nonsense as magic, but when she was captured, all they found on her was a broken radio. And now I don't know what to think. So you see, I need to know how she did it. What trick she uses to disable our machines. Here. This pass will give you free passage throughout the Skethamore camp. The soldiers on guard will allow you into the prison section, too. All the way to Garrow's cell. Learn what you can and return here. Be sure to report to me in person. But be warned. One hint of betrayal, and that pass will not save you. I hope I make myself clear.
Do as you're told, right?
Citizens of Wyndham, the woods are still off limits. If you need to approach the woods for foraging, request an escort at the village hall. Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here. You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. If you approach any military areas in the area, you will be presumed.
We started off right by shooting some troublemakers. Shame we can't do that again. There are a few locals left as it is. Keep the peace, Civvy.
Who's there? Come out slowly. Who are you? Identify yourself. Start talking, or this will end very quickly for you. What do you want? How did you find me? I have no reason to believe that. For all I know, you may be working with the British soldiers. I did not escape their prison just to be sent back again. So, I will need a better answer from you. What are you doing here? You do not look like soldier. It is true. Let me tell you. They are fools. Rats believing they are masters of the trap that holds them. The truth is, what we were does not matter. Only what we are. Remember that. And since we are all prisoners in this place, yes, I shall take a chance with you then. I've been hiding here for years now. Perhaps my luck is changing. Listen, I have a radio set here. High-powered miniature set, but it was damaged. I need some components to fix it. Then I can signal for help. There is the interference field, it is true. I heard the soldiers say it stops messages getting in and out. But maybe one of my comrades is still alive in here, and we can make contact with them. It gives us a chance at least. I will write down the materials I need. Return when you have them. But if you return with hostile intent, I promise you, you will regret your treachery. Will, do you have the materials I need? Thank you. I am in your debt. Is there anything I can do in return? Do not be so foolish. I cannot just give up such information. Perhaps you have. Yes. I do not suppose it is a matter of any great secrecy anymore. The British government were hiding something in their so-called Science City. We infiltrated the facility and broke into the quarantine laboratory. But something happened while we were in there. I do not believe we were responsible, but I was also confused. We escaped the facility, but the zone was already surrounded, land and sea. We could not escape. So we hid. I think you are owed some small reward for your troubles. Here. Now, I need to get on with these repairs. There will be no rescue until I have a working radio. You must be patient.
Is a defense announcement. Remember, gossip is the bedfellow of poor discipline. The duty of a good soldier is to control the rumor, not help to spread it further.
When will we go back to the reactor site, eh? That's what I want to know.
A stranger, eh?
Keep your kit in good order. Clean your weapons daily, whether they've been used or not. Remember, a trustworthy soldier is a bad soldier, and a bad soldier is a dead soldier. Stay sharp. Stay alive. Disciplinary offense. All guards are reminded that any disciplinary meetings must be recorded either on an
Toe the line, you!
Who are you, then? You don't look like any sort of guard. Oh, you know. Well, that is disappointing. Here I was, thinking my rescuer had appeared, but you're just another lackey for the captain. Unless, wonder of wonders, you're more intelligent than you look. Shrewd enough to see that one of Bard's top people mustn't be left to rot down here. Look, you have to get me out of this cell. I might be the only person who can resolve this whole dreadful mess. Good Lord, it's hardly the time for an interview. One question. I will answer one question, and then you must release me. Oh, you know that name, do you? Interesting. Get me out of here, and we can discuss it at leisure. Ye gods! That man! He doesn't give up, does he? Look, I don't care what information you take back to him. The man's a narrow-minded fool. He'll never understand this place. I, on the other hand, well, not to boast, but I built it. I'm a far more useful ally to have in this neck of the woods than the captain can ever aspire to. Look, just agree to get me out of this wretched cell, and I'll give you whatever you want. Very well. I had a particular device with me, a signal redirector. The device allows me to remotely alter the polarity of power signals, especially useful for bypassing old security systems. Those buffoons. A very charitable term considering they've accused me of muttering incantations like a fairy tale witch. Those buffoons who confiscated the device thought it was a broken radio. The signal redirector itself is probably being kept in their security office nearby, so have a hunt around. Once you have it, there's an old control room near here that the soldiers have been unable to unlock. Use the device to redirect power to that control room, and you will be able to get inside. From there, you should be able to open the cell doors. The guards are likely keeping my device in their security office. Be careful.
I want to know why not. All the time I've been stuck here, I haven't once seen a good, honest understanding.
Watch yourself, Civvy. Keep the peace, Civvy.
Attention all. Fox Patrol has returned from anti-banditry operations.
Not sure I like the look of you. One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blown.
Hello. I've not seen you before, have I? Welcome. Right, I've got a quick question for you. It might seem a bit blunt, but I've learned it avoids confusion later. You're not going to try and kill me, are you? Excellent answer. I can see we're going to get along like an house on fire. You're new around here, aren't you? Bootsy never forgets your face. And I haven't seen yours before. And you're not in uniform, which means you're not one of us army lads. Of course not. Hey, don't let this uniform give you the heebies. In here, we're nothing but tradesmen and customer, you and me. Take warning now. Outlaws have tried it on in the past, and it's made the patrols here in Skedamore a bit trigger-happy. If you've plans to wander about, be careful. Soldiers won't tell you from the next bugger, and they'll shoot before they ask. Now then, if it's supplies you're after, then Bootsy's your man. I'm Corporal Bootsy, by the way. Hello. I can get my hands on stuff for trade that the folks in the village can't. There I am. One of the heroic squaddies sent to sort out this whole palaver. You can see how well that turned out. Soldiering ain't so noble around here anymore. Not in a place like this. So, I just make life a bit more bearable for people. Bit of buying and selling never hurt no one, did it? Well, that's all hush-hush, as you can imagine. Something odd came out with the government projects here, and anything that doesn't look right, well, Captain has us burn it to cinders. There's this stuff you see, and I should stop talking. Captain has had my eyes if he knew. You'd understand. You gotta be careful being so nosy around here. Look, I don't know much, but whatever the boffins are working on over at the atom plant, talk is it infected the soil. Strange growths sprout up now and again. That's when the special detachment gets its orders to go and torch the stuff. But you let us protocol not worry about that, eh? It's our job to protect this place after all, and the captain's proper serious about it. Yeah, but everywhere's dangerous in the zone. The trick round here is to stay away from our outposts, then you should be alright. There's our camp, of course, and then the special detachment is garrisoned in a commandier's RAF bunker. Well, the flyboys weren't using it, so why not? Steer well clear of both of those spots. I'll mark them for you. See you around, chum.
Strangers may be dangers.
Not sure about you.
If you encounter anyone who is unfamiliar to you, report their presence
First thing I'm doing when they take that wall down is going on holiday. Southport, maybe. Or maybe somewhere exotic. I will.
You have free passage to our prison. Get what you can out of the good doctor, and we can see about making some progress here. What did you learn? How did Garrow manage to disable our security? You mean that radio she had with her was nothing of the sort? Good heavens. The blithering idiots who searched her said it was harmless. Blast them. That's good work on your part. Well done. The more we can understand the barred gadgetry littering this place, the better our chances of escaping. Here, take this for your excellent service. And I presume you have Garrow's device. Hang on to it for the moment. I'm willing to trust you with it. Do not let me down. It may perform wonders, but it won't stop a bullet. You seem very capable, and that more than anything else makes me inclined to place some faith in you to continue doing the right thing. The fates of my force and yours are bound together. You realize that. Help us, and we will help you. Remember that. And in any case, something more pressing has occurred in your absence. Indeed I do. It seems some of the villagers are unhappy with our recent enforcements of martial law and have allied themselves with the savages in the woods. The swine broke in here and stole several items. Most importantly, part of our radio set. Reparations for injustice, they called it. I have no doubt that they intend to make a gift of them to those so-called druids as some sort of offering. That shower of feeble-witted maniacs thinks that anything scientific must be returned to the soil, as if radios are some form of root vegetable, apparently. But what they took is critical and highly sensitive. Because it's the only high-powered set we have. We'll need it if we ever hope to escape this wretched place. It's true, the blasted interference field has so far prevented communication with the outside. But with any luck, that won't stay true forever. Listen, I have an escape plan. You've helped me, and I'm willing to reciprocate it by bringing you along when we leave. But it's all for nothing if we don't have the radio to send a signal requesting extraction. Once the interference field is cleared. If these druids have our radio equipment, I can make a good educated guess as to where they'll have salted it away. I'll mark the spot on your map for you. I cannot emphasize how vital repairing our radio is. Anything else you find there? Well, that can remain buried as far as I'm concerned. Recover the radio parts first. Then we'll talk about the plan.